We love making this Hong Kong borscht soup. It's hearty and perfect for the cold weather. Hope you enjoy this recipe. So before we start, we poured ourselves a little glass of wine. Cheers! Let's prep by cutting up all the veggies. Take 4 celery stalks and cut them into chunks. Save the scraps to make your own homemade veggie stock later. That's what I use for this recipe. I'll share that in another video. Peel and cut up 2 to 4 medium carrots into chunks. We end up cutting up more carrots, but it really depends on how much of each vegetable you want to have in the soup. Keep the scraps as well. For the tomatoes, I used 2 kinds and diced them up. We cut them up into fairly small pieces to avoid having large pieces of tomato skin in the soup. When cutting the onions, we also keep the scraps, including the onion skin. Take the 2 large onions and slice them up. This is my least favorite part because I always end up tearing. To help, I usually cut them into quarters and then run them in cold water before slicing them. For the potatoes, we like using yellow or red potatoes because they're less starchy than others. Cut up 3 to 5 potatoes into chunks. Then the final veggie to prep is the garlic. Peel and crush 4 to 6 cloves of garlic. For all the scraps that I've been saving, from the celery, carrot, and onion, I put them into a freezer-safe bag and save them for making my own veggie stock. I had some veggie stock in the freezer, so that's what I'll be using for the soup. You'll need 4 cups of stock, paprika, and a can of tomato paste. Now that we've prepped all the ingredients, it's time to cook. Set the Instant Pot to saute for 25 minutes. Put 2 teaspoons olive oil to coat the pot and let it heat up before adding in the beef back ribs. To season, I added some garlic powder, salt, and pepper, and you can do the same to taste. It will get sticky to the pot and will get a little brown or burnt as well on the bottom, but it's okay. Keep cooking the meat and let each side brown a little. It doesn't need to be cooked through, but once it's brown on each side, remove the meat and set that aside. Now to saute the veggies. Add in sliced onions and crushed garlic and cook for about 3 minutes until it's soft. Then add in carrot chunks, celery chunks, 1 to 2 teaspoons of paprika, 4 full teaspoons of tomato paste, and 3 bay leaves to the pot, and let it cook for another couple of minutes. Now it's time to deglaze. Add 1 cup of your stock and scrub the brown bits on the bottom of the pot for good flavor. Add in the rest of the stock, diced tomatoes, potato chunks, and meat to the pot. We added in more carrots this time around, so we didn't put in all of the tomatoes and potatoes to make sure we didn't go over the maximum limit. Give it a good mix before closing the lid and sealing the vent. Set for 12 minutes on pressure cook at high. And once it's done, do a full natural release for about 30 minutes. If it doesn't fully release, carefully release the rest of the remaining pressure by venting the steam release handle. Only open when the pot has been depressurized. Once the soup is done, carefully open the lid and turn the setting to sauté. Mix 2 teaspoons of cornstarch with a little bit of cold water into a thick paste and add it into the soup. This will allow the soup to thicken up. Feel free to add a bit more cornstarch or seasoning if it's still not at the consistency or taste that you like. This soup makes about 6 meals for us, so we usually have it for the next couple of days or we keep it in the freezer for later. It's so hearty and delicious. Hope you enjoyed the recipe, and thanks for watching.